Greetings. This is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? Pharrell, the big homie. Hey, he's giving advice. He's trying to get these young guys in the game and literally in the game in the sports world. Advice on to be multi-dimensional, multi-platforms, different things like that. I'm talking about Deion Sanders or Primetime Sanders, his sons, Shedeur and Shilo. He has, created an entire, empire in his own name, in his own right, and he wants to have his sons have that way. But they need a little extra push from Uncle P, I guess not, because he's kind of old now. Pharrell Williams. He's just instructing them. He's just giving them a little bit of light, a little bit of shine. During his Paris premiere of his different clothing, his clothing line, his Louis Vuitton menswear runway show, which was attended by the likes of ASAP Rocky, Rihanna, Beyoncé, and Pusha T. Also in attendance were Kim Kardashian, Lewis Hamilton, Tyler the Creator, and of course the big man, Hova, Jay-Z. And they also performed their 2003 hit, which is 21 years old, which makes me feel as ancient as ever, fronting for the show. So they definitely are up there in age. Because if I can remember that, and it's going on almost or over, I think over. Yeah, definitely over 20 years ago. That definitely makes me feel very old. But what's so amazing and so refreshing is that, you have people like Pharrell Williams that, he was one of my childhood heroes. He'll always be one of the people that showed other people how to manifest in this game by being a producer. He was able to show artists, you want to have this kind of pitch here, you want to have a bridge here, you want to have, he gave them pointers. I saw a video of him with Justin Timberlake, and he was like showing them, what points to have inflection and say this right here and write this certain song this way. That's impressive from Mr. Pharrell Williams. I have to tip my hat to that man because he definitely was and is a force to be reckoned with. He is both relevant and a factor because not many men of color have Louis Vuitton, fashion lines. That's a very rare occurrence, for that to happen. Have one like and one person viewing. Whoever you are, step to the top chat so I can salute you. Make sure you're accounted for. I thank you for very much. Rick James, of course. Salute to you, sir. If nobody else comes into my live, it's going to be Rick James. Yes, I definitely see. Salute. Bring a friend. We're done with BS. I'm ignoring him. I'm egging him. I'm not going to block him. I'm not going to send him in timeout. But we're done with BS. And you know who I'm talking about. His initials, BS. Bring me some more friends. Bring me some more people that you know coming to the game. May have money, may have their pocketbooks open, so I can get this money. That's what I'm doing it for. The reason why I'm doing it is for the money. But in order to get the money, I have to give a quality show. I know that much. I'm aware of that much. So I appreciate it. Has Samantha come yet, sir? I don't know. That's a pause. It's a hetero pause. That's her business. No. But no, Samantha has not yet appeared. Whoever BS's friend was, Beth, she came through a few times, but that was about it. But yeah, so I'm just breaking down Pharrell. This isn't a huge trending topic, huge story, isn't groundbreaking, earth shaking. I just thought it was interesting out of all the stories that came up across my feed. As a man of color treating other men of color, to showing them the way in this entertainment realm, this sports realm, this fashion line realm, all these realms. It's very important. Oh, I appreciate that, Rick James. Thank you. Tell Samantha again. Let her know. Get her on the phone or get her on online. Hit her with a text, something. Hit her with an email. Send a carrier pigeon out. Fax it. Do something. Yeah. So Pharrell is definitely an icon, a legend. Definitely a legend. He cooled off. That's the thing. He can heat up and cool off when he wants to. During the late 90s to mid 2000s, flames and fire. Just crazy. Every song. It was this, some people say this is a Neptune's remix. They would have, different ideals for that. This is a Neptune's remix. And then I remember Choice Star Terrain said, this is not a Neptune's remix. But yeah, so he had, so many remixes at the beginning, and then he had people that he produced for, like Nori, Jay-Z, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, the Clips, Khalees, the names go on and on. Bow Wow, I mean, I can just go all the way down the list, with his production partner, Chad Hugo, poor Chad, as they say. J-Lo, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what song J Lo had with him though. If you put that up, let me see. J Lo and Neptune, was that? Let me make 100% sure, because I can't remember the name of that song. J Lo, Neptune. Let me see if that was right. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Fresh Out the Oven in 2009 with Pitbull. Neptunes were, with Chad Hugo and Pharrell Williams, they were a force to be reckoned with. They were the ultimate, producers. They're super producers. I think they're one of the first names to be called super. Of course, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Nelly, Ludacris, T.I., Robin Thicke, Gwen Stefani, Snoop Dogg, just to name a few. I mean, the guy, it seemed like they didn't even sleep. Can't get enough on the floor. Okay. Did he go Genie in the Bottle? No. He didn't do Genie in the Bottle. No, that was somebody else. But yeah, so that just shows his pedigree. But then he felt, the Neptunes didn't, couldn't match the trap sound. That trap sound came in, it dusted away their, techno kind of electric, you know, bubbly, poppy kind of sound, and then of course their grimy sounds. Not, no pun intended. They had a song called "Grimy" with Nori, but yeah. So I think Pharrell definitely has his place in, music history, not just hip hop history, but music history, yeah, pop, rock, all the different other areas. He definitely leaves his marks, no matter where he goes. And then he can come out with a song that goes like 7 times platinum or something like that, called Happy. And it just, blows everybody away. It hits number 1 on multiple countries. It's got a cool groove to it. It's got a nice, lyrics, and, kind of spacey, kind of psychedelic pop kind of lyrics to it. You gotta respect that. So what is he doing now? He's informing. He's letting people know. Shedeur and Shilo know. You're part of my Louis Vuitton runway show. But there's so much more. You can be you can be athletes, you can be, sport people, you can be, people in fashion. You have to be multi, versed in what is all this. It's called multi-dimensional, ideals. To be creatives in that space. Not just to let not just let yourself be a one-trick pony. Rick James says, "I love Happy." I love Happy too. It's a great song. You and Pharrell have similar hats. That's true. Very true. That one he wore looked like the Arby's hat to the Grammys. What was that? 2014, 2015? Something crazy. Is he the one who did I Stay Up All Night to Get Lucky? Yes. He was part of that with the great Niles Rogers. Or Nile. Is it Nile Rogers or Niles? I think it's Nile Rogers. Nile. Yeah, Nile Rogers from Chic, Mr. Terrain's favorite band besides Rush, and the Robotics. Yes, exactly. Daft Punk. Yep, exactly. Hit the nail on the head that time, Rick James. Sometimes you be all over the place, but when you get to to a point where you can focus, you get it. You're right on point. Um, so I have two people in here. So where's the second like? I need 2 likes. At least if I have 2 people in here, I'm gonna need at least 2 likes. So make sure you hit that like button. Um, so it's just a beautiful thing to see. Playoff Pete. Well, I'm not your bro. First and foremost, let's slow that down. Salute to you. And where donation. If you're coming in, thank you for the like. And also, if you're coming in from Mr. Choice Show, I salute you. Thank you for choosing wisely. You know, one of his biggest sponsors, if not his biggest sponsor, me. So I appreciate it. Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Good looking to you too. But I need that. I need that donation. I need at least $25, $15, $15 to $25, somewhere around that range. I'm lagging. Am I lagging, Rick James? Am I lagging? I got 4 people in here now. Am I lagging, Rick James? I need 3 people. I need 3 likes. I need 3 likes. Yeah, I'm good on Rick James, and I don't know where I'm lagging. How am I lagging? Must not be lagging. Okay, 4 people again with 2 likes. I need 4 likes. I need at least 4 likes in here. Yeah, at least 4 likes. So that's the beauty of this game. To be like Pharrell Williams, where you're able to, help nurture and nourish the brands that these young men have. I know Shedeur has his own, money symbol with the squared, like he's like the second, he's like money to the second power after his father. That's pretty cool, I think. But it just shows you how, we have there's positions of power where there were none. They had, you had people like fashion designers like Dapper Dan that were using Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Fendi and Prada and different prints that were illegal. They were not legal. I don't even know if he went to jail for it, but I think he had to pay some fines at least for using those prints. But now he's completely legitimate. They want his name. Gucci wants his name. Fendi and Prada and Louis Vuitton. They all want Dapper Dan. Same thing with Pharrell. So many others. They want to partner with people that are of the urban culture or of hip hop. But they expand way beyond just hip hop. They expand into different business suits and different things like that. Christian Dior and Chanel and different things like that. That's pretty amazing. Pretty something that should be exalted. Something that should be lifted up. Should be able to say is a proper thing. Something that is good. Something that should be made great. So Pharrell is definitely an innovator and a great mind. He has a great thought pattern. Okay, now I'm starting to see it. It's starting to lag on my end now. I'm not. Maybe he wasn't making it up, but yeah. So if I'm not good, Rick James, you let me know. Payoff Pete, he saw that he heard that donation and said, "Zoom, got out of here real quick." All right, good to go. Yeah, so that's the issue we have to deal with now. We have to issue with the various levels of people that try to tear you down. Pharrell didn't. He could have said, "Oh, I just have this band, knowledge. I don't think I can really translate into anything else. I don't have any connections like that, and unless you count, Timbaland, and he wasn't even Timbaland at the time, and Missy Elliott, and a whole few. There's a whole bunch of producers from Virginia. Producers got, Virginia's got producers like Knots, got producers like Lex Luger, got producers like for the Neptunes, Timbaland, Missy Elliott. Virginia is all about, Virginia Beach especially. It's all about, producers especially. But I digress. Pharrell is, definitely somebody to be respected. I don't like everything he does. I can't get down with all the stuff he does. And like I said, he can be cool. Like he's been cool mainly for the past 5 years. He has a few projects that he had with Pusha T and Jay-Z. He had a few projects with a few other artists, but for the most part, he's not blazing like he was in the mid 2000s. Those were his years. He had it on lock from 1999 to about 2006, maybe somewhere around there. It was all Neptunes. That's all you heard on the radio. That's all the videos that were played. Everything Neptunes. Everything NERD. Anything related to them. Star Trek. That's what it was all about. Rick James says Pharrell was good in his time, but at the end of the day, he couldn't keep up the hits. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it, but I wouldn't necessarily put it in those words. I wouldn't say he couldn't keep up the hits. I just say that he had a cooling spell. He was cooled. He could keep up the hits, but they couldn't keep up with him in a sense. I'll give you an example. You had the 2010s. That was the era of the trap music. You had Lex Luger, a fellow Virginia producer, with Waka Flocka Flame and different things like that. And then you just had the whole era of Young Thug, who's currently locked up behind bars, and you had the era of Kanye. Kanye was a producer for everybody again. He had his run. I'm gonna give my list of top producers one day. See what that's like. See if I can possibly do anything with that. Yeah, so that's what I plan on doing with that reality. But in the meantime, I have to give credit where credit is due. Pharrell Williams definitely deserves honor and reflection, and for his deeds, for his care, for just giving a goddamn. Because he could have said, you know what, you bums could get off my stage now and go back to your daddy, go back to your losing squad. Colorado didn't win. He could have said some slick shit like that. He gets been real slick with it. But he chose not to. He chose to delve into reality and say, look, it's you got to be multi-talented, you got to be multi-versed, and you got to be multi-dimensional creatives. Because everybody's expecting them to be some dumb jocks that don't know what they're doing. But here's a quote from the article on allhiphop.com. Honored to have you guys here. To me, this shit is like symbolic that you're doing this. just one of y'all life dream. Like the fact that you can even make that shit happen, and then you're at like the top of your game, and that's amazing that you're doing what you're doing. Williams said in part, quote unquote. And then he continues, "You already are. You. It's just society that makes you think you are not, and you aspire to be other things but you guys do so many things already. So you don't want to be. If I were you, I would change the language. I am multidimensional. You know what I'm saying? Let them know you already that. That's big. That's big talk. That's big talk coming from Pharrell. He's got to be either 50 or older. Well, we're James. I'm pretty sure he has at least 40 Grammys. I don't know. I don't think he has 40, but he has a few. I'm sure. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now. So he has. Where are they? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Grammys. God damn. He's got 13 Grammys amongst a whole list of other awards. That's amazing. That's amazing. Greg asked on the check-in. I got my humorous, day one, not giving me a dime, but have challenged me and pushed me to greater heights of success and greatness. So Greg says, weird that Shedeur and Shilo walked the runway. How's that weird? What makes that weird? I don't understand. Greg says, F a Grammy, I got a Grammy family. What are you on some Consequence and Kanye West mess now? I'm from 2006, I think that song came out. The Grammy family. Used to both the demo behind the camera, and now we look halfway out the limo in the Lambie. I ain't gonna say no more because they don't give me a copyright strike. So I still am wondering about Greg why it's weird that the Shedeur and Shilo walk the runway. They're men, right? They're showing off menswear. I mean, what's the difference? I don't understand. They're men of notoriety for their family and for their own skills on the gridiron, as they say. It's weird because they're supposed to be in college taking classes. Yeah, but that's what the best part is. They can market themselves. There's nil. There's name, image, and likeness, and there's Viln, voice, image, name, voice, image, likeness, and name, Viln, or NILV, name, image, likeness, voice. Yes, I know they're football players, Greg. I'm aware of that. They're Deion Sanders' sons. But what I'm saying is that it's great to have somebody like Pharrell Williams in your corner. It's a really great boost to give you that extra edge, that extra bit of encouragement to show you that it's not just for you to play football. You can be all over the place in a good way, not like bird shit, but like just try your hand out on multiple arenas and see what that gets you. See where that goes. See how powerful you can be as individuals in this game. That's what that's about. That's what that's all about. That's the whole issue. That's the whole point. And it's like, you want the money, get the money. But make sure you know why you're getting the money and what you're doing it for. Make sure it's for self. Make sure you're doing for self. Make sure you're. I just watched a documentary on the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, how he bought up acres of land, and he had various schools. I don't think he had an eighth grade education, but he was able to find a way to get knowledge and to get supreme understanding of the universe and America and its laws. And I think that is something that is intertwined in hip hop, especially the genre of hip hop. And Pharrell Williams knows that. I'm pretty sure Pharrell Williams is up to speed on the late great Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So that's just one to grow with. It takes time. It takes time to manifest something. It takes time to flourish. It takes time to understand things. That's the power of influence. That's the power of saying who you are and what you're about. That's the beauty of the talent of Pharrell. And I mean, wonder what that show was like. It might have been a little awkward because Pusha T and Kim Kardashian were there, and I think they both still have issues with Kanye West. But Tyler the Creator was there, Lewis Hamilton was there, and Jay-Z and Williams, like I said, performed goddamn 2003 hit Frontin'. I am so old. I am ancient. I am so very old. I'm an old man. I should be walking with a cane. I should have, a handicap sticker on my license plate. Something. I'm old as hell. Frontin' was the jam. That was the truth. Jay-Z comes in, one of his best, single verses of all time. One of his best features. It's great. But I digress again. Pharrell, definitely salute to you, sir. Salute to you for not hating on the younger generation. He could easily do that. He could easily be like, well, they're just football players and they ain't got nothing. They just got one side. They're not multi-talented like me. They're not multi-dimensional like me. They're not on that level. Oh, no. Greg asked, I can't spit the verse. I can't spit the verse. Can't spit the verse. That's a copyright strike, definitely. Listen, just go to, Tidal or Apple Music or Spotify or wherever you get your music. You can listen to it there, but you're not going to listen to it here because I'm not trying to get a copyright strike. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But yeah, so Pharrell, truth. He says that's why they call him for real. Usher calls him for real. He said, "Truth play it for real. That's my nigga for real." Bam, 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 bam. That's all I'm gonna say on that song. But just imagine, I'm just thinking about all the hits that Pharrell and Chad Hugo churned out. I don't know if they slept. Like I said, I think they had a sleeping bag in the studio, and people just walked in. There was they're in single file along the way in. People like Britney Spears was sitting behind Pusha T, and Pusha T was sitting behind, you know, um, J Lo, or so many other people. Let's see what you got. Oh my God, let's see what you got. Let's see some dollar signs. Yeah, exactly. J Lo got bummed for days. Yeah, well, that might be true, but she's about 54 years old. She's gonna be 55 this year. But yeah, That may be true, but salute to Pharrell for being a true one and a real one. Salute. All right. Questions. Who the hell am I to ask some questions? I gotta know. I was just thinking this today. Where are the people that give you information besides teachers, besides your friends, besides them? What about the library? What about the internet? What about the sources of information that help us out here? Not even your parents. Not even your parents. Your friends, nope. Buddies, nope. Just people that work at the library. People, going on for internet searches. Google, exactly. Rick James says, let's see some. Then Greg asks, no need to boast. Let's see if you show the money. Rick James says, Google. Greg asks, says strangers. Exactly. That's one of the things that I'm, mainly concerned with. Talking to strangers, complete people that you have no idea who they were, what they were, besides the material that you're asking them. And what you're asking is the most important and most valuable commodity known to man, information. See, it's quiet. You can talk about all these different movies and TV shows and everything like that, but the information that goes into them, the ideas that go into them, the research that goes into them. What is that about? Rick James says stranger is still danger. That's true though. To be serious. I mean, for little kids, most strangers are danger. Or some strangers are a danger, I should say. Not everybody's a danger. But you don't want to have them, go up to the wrong person. But that's something different. What I'm saying is I'm working on a play right now. And I have been using the internet primarily as a source of information. And it's been going smoothly. It's been going pretty good. Greg S puts up a question mark. For what reason, I know not. What is the question mark for? But I'm writing a play, and look for, sir, why don't you do a work musical instead? Well, I'm not musically inclined. I haven't been. I never was that great even on a recorder. But so I just been. It's been quiet. Nobody's in my ear. Nobody's saying, "Oh yeah, you got to do this. You got to do that." Not like you were, Rick James. Do you know what a stranger is? Yes, I know what a stranger is. That's why I'm saying it. That's what the point is. And why does anybody? What do you guys see? I see one person viewing, 3 likes. But both of you are talking to me right now, so I don't know what is. When I was a kid, I went to the candy truck. Okay. Do you know what a stranger is? Okay, you said that. I see 4. Oh, 4 what? 4 people watching or 4 likes? I see 1 person watching and 3 likes. That's what I see. Now, say I'm wrong. Say something that's different. 4 characters. Okay. Greg says, a stranger is when the woman lets her hand fall. Oh, yeah, okay. That's right. You can do that on your own, too. It doesn't have to be a woman. Just sit on your hand for a little while. Greg has got it. Pause. Your mind out of the gummer, but anyway, yeah. So I'm writing this play, and it's going really smoothly. I haven't been, had any hiccups. I've been going pretty quickly so far. I've had my fair share of bursts of creativity. So it's very enjoyable experience so far. I've written already 2 screenplays, but now I'm writing a play. You will be able to read this play within the next, I say, 5 to 10 years. It's going to be a long time. All right, now I see, okay, it was 3. Then it dropped down to 2, but I see 3 likes now. Okay. So light. OMG, so light. What's so light? What do you mean, so light? I don't get it. So the light, Like what? I don't understand. You gotta explain it, Rick James. Um, long. So long, sir. Now what's so okay? What is long, sir? So the time you had to read them. Okay, okay. Going off of Perk 77. That's funny, but yeah. So I want to get to that point. This is the reason why I'm doing the shows. I just have the internet. I don't have anything else. I want to consult people. I want to talk to people on the street. I want to sit down with actual artists and understand and give them a chance. Supreme, salute. I got my broke niggas in here today. Rick James ain't got no money for me. Greg S ain't got no money for me. And Supreme, do you have money for me? That's right, cheer. Where's the money? That's all I'm asking for. Where's the money? Where's the cash? I have people that do have cash. Those are people with blue wrenches and blue names. Those are people that have given me over $50 in a month. Sometimes their entire commitment has been in the hundreds of dollars. So I have to definitely respect them. They get the most promotion. And as a matter of fact, let's pause for that. Check out Peng's products from Lifestrong.co apparel. That's lifestrongapparel.com. Lifestrongapparel.com. You'll get sea moss that I never tried. You get gummies that I never tried. I can't rate them, but I can tell you to go to an excellent website. He has a great web design. But I'm still waiting on my gummies and my sea moss. All right, so we got B Jackson, BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube.com. So B Jackson is the one that wants to cook up. He wants to grill sardines and fried chicken and eat and drink non-alcoholic beer. So check him out. He's always good for a laugh and interesting takes on things. So respect to him. Also, Spirit Smooth Tunes. I cannot pronounce or promote him enough. He is I think my greatest supporter. He is my biggest supporter. He's given over $300 that I know of. But SPIRITSMOOTHTUNES, Spirit Smooth Tunes. If you like Rolls Royce, if you like Chic, if you like Kim, if you like Najee, if you like all these different kind of artists, listen to them. Rick James calls it sexy time music. But it's just really great songs, really great instrumentals, really great vocals. An era before this time, when music just went, to shit. I love it, but it's not the same. It's not. You can't compare. You can't compete. The level of quality, it's not there. But now I'm shitting on the young people. Oh, boo hoo. Well, I'm 35. Get off my lawn. Check out twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS. Twitch.tv/DOTFOCUS underscore. Excuse me. Underscore. One underscore. Not two, not three. Just one underscore. And if you like to advertise, you're going to have to show me a little money. Advertising in sponsorship, skyler@gmail.com. SKYLERSAUNDERS@gmail.com. Also, if you want to join, I should put this at the top. That's what I meant to do. Pin image. Join Scholars on 100 Club. You can by contributing over at least $100 to the broadcast in a month. So in a month's time, that's like $3.33 a day. That's nothing. If you can buy a coffee from Starbucks, or if you can buy a burger from Burger King, or McDonald's, you can drop me $3.33. Thank you for the like, whoever that is. Thanks for the like. Appreciate it. Let me see. My Venmo account is at Skylarized. SKYLERIZED. Skylarized. And also, of course, my favorite Cash App. $ SKYLERSAUNDERS 1. Okay? So thank you for that. And let's continue the show. Yeah, Jay, it's Tone J, by the way, Rick James. Okay, well, you said a lot. Hold on. Rick James saying, I like gummies, drop the link. Baja Blast Jackson, 6 times drops the whole paychecks. Madonna, I don't know where Madonna came in from. Music to pop some babies too. Baja Jackson have Rick James a blast. And it's Tone J. What happened to the Skylar 50 Club? 50 Club is no more. 6 likes. I appreciate it. Thank you. 50 Club is out of here. It's 100. Had to up it a grade. Just like all these streaming services, they say, we're upping, our prices, we're giving you a warning. I didn't even give you one. I just say, it's a new year, $100, and you'll get a wrench and be able to promote whatever the hell you want to on my live. But it's not J Tone, it's Tone J, Rick James. Tone J. And this is what's beautiful about this. Rest in peace, the 50 Club. Yeah, 50. Yeah, rest in peace. Yes, rock and power to the 50 Club. But anyway, it's better like this. The bulk of you, I have no idea who you are. There's only one person that came through, and that's Peng, who I've been in his company before. I've actually been around him. We've been in the same room together. We've been in school together. So you are strangers. And I appreciate it. That's the beauty of the internet. I don't know you, Rick James. I don't know you, Supreme. I don't know you, Greg S. You're all strangers. You're not my friends. Especially not any of you. Playoff Pete's not my friend. When you drop some money, you can be acquaintances. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so that's just the beauty of the internet. I think it's just so amazing. It cuts down on the time for research. It cuts down on the heavy lifting. It's very simple. Just go click, 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 click. A few more, errors. Correct. Exactly. Supreme knows. Supreme knows. But all you have to do is put in a few characters, come up with something, bang, it's there in tenths of hundred millions of a second or something like that. You go on Google, it's like millions of a second. It's less than anything. Could you imagine if Google was like, if you were just waiting like that, it wouldn't be the same. The same thing with any other search engines, Yahoo, Bing, any of those. A lot of people don't, look at them as great search engines, but they are in their own right. Especially Bing. Bing is connected with AI or learned machines, I like to say. Artificial intelligence or learned machines. Rick James says, internet makes it easier to connect with people, real life human beings, not beings, okay? So if you may not remember this, but we used to have dial-up computers. Yeah, but that's before. Google used to, be quick after the fact. I do understand your point. Without Wi-Fi, I remember that. Anybody else remembers that? You're old as dirt. If you remember being on the internet and then somebody going on the phone, you can listen to their conversation through the computer. Anybody remember that? Anybody else remember that? That's ancient people talk. Boy, I say, whoa, back in the day, I remember when you had to listen to the internet through the phone, and when you had hundreds of different AOL CDs that came in the mail. Where are all those CDs? Are they in a landfill somewhere? Did they get incinerated? What happened? Something I'd like to know. But yeah, so research is fun. My thing used to be and still is when I get the chance, the library. I think the library is just so amazing. I love libraries. I visited different libraries when I was in Northampton, Massachusetts. I went to the Forbes Library. It was kind of small, but I like small libraries too. I love small, big libraries, giant libraries. I would love to go to New York. New York Public Library. Oh, that would be so amazing. That would just make my day. I would love to have that. I would love to have that experience. Thank you for the 6 likes, by the way. There's 3 people watching, but I have 6 likes that I can see. You guys may see something different on your end, but that's something on my end as I can see. Um, yeah, you see, and now you're bullshitting. You don't see 7 likes. You see 6 likes. Um, but yeah, so it's very engaging. Like I said that in my high school yearbook, places that where you frequent the most. I said the Newark Library and Newark Free Library and the Newark High School Library. Both of those libraries. I reaped a great benefit from both of them. It was wonderful. It was a great experience to understand, you get this information for it's not for free. That's the irony. That's the weird thing we have to stop saying, that you get these books for free. It's not free. Somebody's paying this stuff for this stuff. Taxpayers or wealthy donors. Somebody's paying for it. Somebody's definitely paying for your ability to check out books and CDs and DVDs and different things like that, and to use the computer systems. That's all powerful. That's a powerful way to view what a library has in store. And the best thing, like I always want to say, is I want to sit down with somebody. I want to see and hear their voice, see what they say in regard to my questions. That's what I want to have, because I'm working on this. It's historical. I have 2 historical pieces of fiction, because there were also revisionist fiction history. I'm changing the events of history to suit my selfish uh, ways. Yes, Rick James, you can say that if you want. I'm not repeating that, but it'll throw people off if I repeated that. But I just enjoy the fact that there's a repository, a huge, humongous, gargantuan repository of knowledge and dispensary of knowledge known as the internet. That is just extraordinary. The internet has provided so much information, enjoyment, edutainment, education, and entertainment together, that I'm just so fortunate to live in this time period. I think we all are. Excuse me. Um, it really does make a difference in our lives. It truly has been able to manifest and grow in ways that most people really didn't realize 30 years ago. They were like, what the hell is the internet? I don't know. What is this internet thing? I don't know. And it took, geniuses like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, multi decabillionaires, if not centibillionaires, okay? They're centibillionaires, $100 billion or more. And they deserve that. They earned it. That's the difference. That's the difference when people don't even make. And why are they billionaires? They don't deserve that. They don't have that money. No, they deserve their money. They made it. They earned it. They built it. They did build that. That's what we have to come to grips with. But I digress. I just love the idea of information. That's the most valuable commodity known to man. Information. It's the difference from you being completely indigent and abject poverty and to being, in the lower middle class, to being in the middle class, and the higher class, and the upper class, all based on information. You start on, loan, or some kind of investment, and you learn it more and more, and as it grows with you, and you're able to achieve all the dreams that you set out to achieve, all based on information, all based on understanding, and thinking, and being rational. That's beautiful, and that's something that we take for granted. We take it for granted for every day. I take it for granted. It's almost like you have to, almost. You don't have enough time to stop and think and do what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm doing right now, is what I should be doing every single day. Every day when I wake up, I should say a prayer to Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. Not in a mystical sense, but the late great Steve Jobs had such a great impact on my life that it would denote, being someone of class and character. If I'm supposed to be that person, it would denote making sure that I recognize the ones that came before and the ones that will proceed. I see, the fact that we have people that are skeptical about different currencies, and maybe it's I'm not dealing with them. I have nothing to do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, none of that. One day they possibly could, but I mean, we have so many different obstacles towards Bitcoin and other currencies that makes it an issue. It makes it very difficult to try to succeed on that playing field. It makes it very hard to be completely free of the ideas that you don't know about. You have to have information. You can't just jump. Well, you could, but it wouldn't be wise to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna just jump into Bitcoin today, la la la, and I'm gonna get a lot of money." No, that's not how it works. It's not how investing in anything works. In gold and platinum and silver and anything, and in the stock market and bonds, it's not wise to just jump in and say, "Oh, I got this on lock. I can do this now. It's all together." That's not proper. That's not rational. That's not good. That's improper. So we have to learn, to be self-sufficient, selfish, self-interested, completely and all the way around, and without, disregarding anyone else. That's the whole issue. That's the beauty of capitalism. Capitalism has a moral base. We disagree, Mr. Troy Star Terrain and I, but capitalism is the only moral social system there is. There isn't any other. No other moral system ever devised except capitalism. Now, there's variations of capitalism that aren't really true. There's compassionate capitalism. There's truthful capitalism, or whatever the case you want to tie on. There's only one thing that you can tie on to capitalism, which is laissez-faire. Laissez-faire capitalism is let do, hands off. You have nothing to do with me doing what I want to do, as long as I'm not hurting anyone else. That's what it's all about. That's what true capitalism is. And people think it's just about making money. That's mercantilism. That's a facet of capitalism. But capitalism is about being able to shoot up heroin in your own household, and you not handling a vehicle or heavy machinery or endangering the lives of anyone else. That's capitalism. That's freedom of action. That's liberty. That's what's so proper. That's a good thing. That's something that we should rejoice at. We should be happy about. That's something that continues to be a building exercise. We've not yet achieved that. We can, though. I have optimism. I have rational optimism towards the fact that we can achieve full capitalism. Once we realize, well, fascism didn't work, well, socialism doesn't work, well, communism doesn't work. It's not even about them not working. They're not moral. They're immoral social systems. They don't work because they're not moral. The moral is the practical, and the practical is the moral. So we have to realize that, we have to recognize that, and see why and for what reason we have to have capitalism. That's real information. Information related to capitalism, whoo, it's deep. There's investment bankers that know, reams and volumes of knowledge. They get all their knowledge, mainly from school, going to Wharton Business School, going to Harvard Business School, going to different places like that. They go on to New York Stock Exchange, going to Wall Street. And that's powerful. They hardly talk about it because they're afraid that nobody else would care or listen to it. But I like when, Jay-Z sometimes hints in his music, blue chip stocks and different investors and stuff like that, and their names and everything. Just listen to the Grammy Family remix, or freestyle, I should say. The Grammy Family freestyle is one of the best Jay-Z freestyles of all time. All time, great. He went so deep in the business side that you're still entertained. You're still, captivated by his wordplay. 76 floors, you can call me the doc. I might not stop. Just to give you a flavor of what he said. But yeah, that's crucial. That's important, I think. That's very it's very instrumental in the fact that we have to have some kind of levee break, for lack of better words, in terms of information, how information is disseminated. We need private schools. We need to privatize schools. They always say that. They say, oh, teachers need more money. They need more pay. They need privatize schools, then they will get paid. Is there a government Google? I mean, they have ties and different connections to the government, I'm sure. That's no question. But is there a government Apple? Same thing there, but overall, they're a private company. Is there a government Samsung? Is there a government? I mean, they might not be the best example, but definitely Google and Apple and Amazon and Netflix. Are those all controlled by government? Processes. They have to report to the government. They sometimes get busted for antitrust laws unjustly. But if you had a Google school, an Apple school, if you had an Amazon school, what would that look like? K through 12. Or if they had colleges, just imagine an Apple college, Apple University. And then it will most likely be about $10,000 a year, and you get the same thing that would have cost $50,000 or $80,000 a year. Just imagine that. It's possible. It's not impossible. $1 trillion company, a multi-trillion-dollar company worth $3 trillion. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know there's a Google University, but there's not a school like a Harvard University or a University of Delaware or something like that. That's what I'm saying. I know that, Greg ass. I get that. But what I'm saying is there needs to be all kinds of actual Google universities, or that could be all over the country. They may not be just in one place. They could branch out into different places. That's what I have to say about information. Information is the key. It is knowledge. It is beautiful. It is what makes the world go round. It's what causes us to be totally different people. Causes us to reflect and try to make the best of various situations. Yeah, they're virtual, but they're not the same thing. I'm talking about a full-fledged college education, Greg S. Full-fledged. So once we finally get to that point, and I may not get there with you, I'm hearkening back to Dr. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But I may not get there with you, but there will be a bright, shiny day where there'll be only private organizations, only private schools teaching the young. There'll be no state, city, federal schools, and that's just one thing. We'll get to the others in another day, but I wanted to say my piece on that. I'd like to thank who do we have in here? Oh my God, we have Playoff Pete, Rick James, Greg S. I'd like to thank and Supreme. Thank you all. I appreciate your watching and viewing habits, even though you didn't give me a goddamn dollar. But that's all right too. I'm not mad. Salute to all of you. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.